praise that. She told me a little bit about it, her and Mom did, and I'd like for you guys to hear about it and what she does to glorify God and share that love.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know in the high school ladies group we talked about self-image. I don't know if the guys talked about it, but my talk tonight is directed towards that. So can anyone tell me exactly what they think of self-image? Yes. You guys.
Okay. It's basically how do you think of yourself, or like how do you want, either how you see yourself, or how do you want to see yourself, and what do you want to be?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Basically everyone cares about self-image.
Yeah. So I actually decided to look it up in the dictionary just to see what that said. And it said, it can mean a lot of different things, but it says that it is the way you think of your own abilities, appearance, and personality. So the way you think about yourself. There can be good self-image, which can help you, but there can also be bad self-image too. And bad self-image is caused by not getting enough sleep, depression, bad habits, or thinking unworthy thoughts about yourself. The Bible shows us that self-image is to be yourself through the light of God's grace, which we talked about that in the high school small group. Christians can't have a good self-image just by building yourself up or doing activities that interest you or having fun, but Christians need to show God's image through the light of His love and the grace for us, the grace that He gave us. When we grasp this, then it helps us to reflect His image to others and to overcome challenges, face the extreme tests that are thrown at us throughout life. So, when I was in middle school, I'm in 10th grade right now, by the way, if I didn't mention. When I was in middle school, I changed from a private school, which I went to kindergarten through 6th grade, to a public school in 7th grade. This was a huge change for me. I only knew a couple of people. That didn't help me in any way. It was hard to make new friends since most of these kids had gone to school together throughout, like, forever. It was a rough start, but my mom reminded me that middle school and high school were only 7 years of my entire life, only a blip in God's timeline at what He had planned for me. I became less afraid of what people thought about me in the present and more about the future. So I decided to run for class treasurer, but I didn't win due to the popularity scale. I didn't care that I didn't win because I made a lot of new friends, and I gained respect from teachers and peers through the process. I also stepped out and sang a solo and chorus, but I almost didn't do it because I didn't want to stand out too much. But my mom reminded me again never to hide my light out of fear or what people may think or say. Our image to reflect the way that we have victory in Christ and not spirit of fear. Although it was a difficult year for me, I experienced a lot of spiritual growth. Despite my overcoming challenges, I asked my parents to homeschool me to spend more time developing the gifts that God had given me. One of the things I wanted to do was start my own business. I made some crafts that I did with some paintings that I worked on with my art teacher. I started with 2 homemade Christmas items, some note cards, but now I have over 70 different items online. I'm working together with Brad, Cammie, Nathan, Abby, and Sam Matlack, who are friends of ours in Kenya, Africa. They're missionaries that started a group called Girls with Vision. These are young ladies that need skills to earn money to make a better life for themselves and their families. The Matlacks teach many of the girls to start their own businesses. Girls with Vision is also a discipleship group that encourages and strengthens them. They are led in Bible studies and are also ministering to others in their own community. Many of these young ladies are my age with families of their own. They recently got to visit an orphanage and to help with the children there despite their own struggles. They felt good about giving back to others. These girls who had no hope are feeling hopeful for their future. One of the skills that the matlocks teach them is to make beautiful beaded jewelry, like this one. I purchased these jewelry, and when I sell them here, I send them about 50% of the profit back. So far, since last year of August, I have sent around $2,100, and I'm hoping to save enough money from my portion that I earn to start a non-for-profit business, and so that I can maybe go to Africa next summer. And so I can also try to make a short film about the missionary friends that we have. One last thing before I show you a quick video clip about my business. To be healthy in your self-image or in God's image, you can't compare yourself to other people. God created each and every person in his own way so that each of us has a purpose in God's huge plan. If we take the time to discover it, if you waste time comparing yourself to other people, you may miss the opportunities that God has placed right in front of you. Ephesians 3:16-19 says, I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with the power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that may be filled with the measure of all the fullness of God. Just remember to not be a fan in the stands, to get out there and be a player in God's great plan. This experience has taught me that you are never too young to make a big difference and build hope in the life